What's happening? Yeah, what's happening? What's that? That's it, you got it.
What is up, everybody? My name is Dane Thompson, and you're watching What's Happening? Woo! This is the weekly web series where I fill in the gaps and the blanks in between videos that I do here on the YouTube BurnDown channel. And so right now, we happen to be focused on the Twinnebago, which is my 1972 twin-turbo Winnebago project that I have just been going gangbusters on, and it is supposed to make it out to LS Fest West the end of April, which is a little over a month away, and I need to drive it out there, and I need to stay in the thing, and hopefully have an exciting and fun weekend and bring it to you guys and show everybody it. But it's not done yet, because that's what we do around here. We struggle, we go right down to the wire. You know how it is. You guys know the MO. Anyway, the looming deadline is killing us. Anyways, parts-wise, today was an exciting day because I received the drive shaft for the Twinnebago. Sent it out 2 weeks ago. Drivelines Inc. came out. They measured. They took the drive shaft out of that. And then I gave them the drive shaft back out of the Malibu because I had a vibration. I don't know if it was the drive shaft or not. But I figured since I was sending that one, they could double check that on the high-speed balancer. They said everything checked out. It was good to go. So if I have an issue, it's somewhere else than Malibu. Anyways, so the drive shaft is done. I just have it living under the Twinnebago, kind of where it goes. But new center carrier bearing, U-joints, cut down, rock and roll. So that thing should just bolt right in and be good to go. So as far as rear end, transmission, all that stuff, drive shaft, we are good and done on that. So another thing I can check off the list. Speaking of more stuff on the list, I got pieces and parts. So I basically got a U out of aluminum. I got this little slip guy, and this will fit the avalanche tank. It's a little big, but I think it'll squish down a little bit. And it goes on here, then you can flip back up and around. Then I got a piece of stainless, and I have more stainless so I can connect it to the actual fill. So that way you can get gas in the tank, because where the fill is, where the tank fill is pretty offset. So I just got to make some hodgepodge of stuff to get the fuel into the tank. And then, like a smart guy, I got I think this is just steel. It's a steel AN fitting. So in the neck of the fill, we will stick that bad boy on there, and then I can make a line. That way we can vent it. So yeah, so we got all the fun stuff for that. Got to figure all that out, though. Obviously, it's a hodgepodge. But yeah, we'll get that handled. And then this guy came in this week. 910-64017. This is a Speedway Motors 12 circuit mini fuse harness. So we're going to use that hopefully this weekend to wire the coach, and just not the, and it's weird, it's like a 3-section deal on that because it's a motorhome. So I want to wire the running driving portion, like car portion of it, with this. We will wire the Holly in separate for engine management. Yeah, I think power and everything for the Holly, because it goes direct to the battery, is pretty much separate, minus this will be tied in obviously to the key, and then the key will turn the computer on or make it, yeah, I guess it powers it, the keyed power to the computer. But I think those are the only two spots that are going to interact on this and the Holly. So we'll wire this in. We'll wire the Holly for engine transmission management, which I'm looking at the Terminator X Max. Haven't pulled the trigger on it because it's super expensive, but it's getting down to the wire here, so I'm going to have to do it sooner than later. And speaking of expensive parts, the only other one that was terrifying me and scaring me was wheels and tires. So it's a split rim, and it's not a Widowmaker split rim, it's a locking ring split rim. So there's a locking ring, and it's a 2-piece, and those are bias ply tube tires, I believe, that are on there right now. They are not safe to drive on. Matter of fact, I think they're illegal. And then nobody's going to help me change a tire if I get stuck in between here and Kentucky when we decide to go to LS Fest East with the thing. So I had to get some rims that would take a radial tire. So my friend Logan, which is the guy Reed that was here, Logan and Reed, they helped me lower this. He was on an off-road forum. He found some guy up north. Lo and behold, the guy had some 19.5s with the pattern I have. It's a Bud wheel. It's a 5 on 8-inch bolt circle. The guy measured them up. Everything looked good. They were a smoking deal compared to what I would pay for repops. And then just today, I've kind of finalized, hopefully, shipping on those things from Reading to Chino, which is local to me. So that is going to be rad. So if I get those, We will test fit them if they are rock and roll. Those will go straight to the powder coater. And then I think we're just going to paint them white. That's what originally they were on there. I think white wheels would look slick. I think black, I guess you guys give me your opinion, but like a satin or like a gloss I think would be weird because the whole coach itself is white. And then we're trying to go with the gold graphics on there. So I think we'll keep the wheels white and classy. You can give me your input. I don't know. I don't think a candy gold wheel, it might be cool, but it might be a little much. You guys let me know what you think. So the graphics and stuff are supposed to be candy gold on it when we get to that point. So what else exciting news? Other super exciting, stressful Winnebago news, however, is, you know what, I'm just going to save it for the box. When the box shows up, supposedly parts shipped. We got another sponsor on board with the Twinnebago, and they are shipping motor parts. So I'll let you know who that is. It is not Crower. Crower's doing the cam and the valve train aspect of it, and these guys are basically going to give me internal components, which is exciting, but I kind of have a motor that was ready to go. Now I have to either do something with that one or grab another one and make magic things happen with that. So machine shop jail is going to be the kicker with that. So I think I'm going to leave the fresh one I have just in case it's a fail safe, and then we'll get another block and drop that off at machine shop jail, and hopefully we can just expedite that thing through the process without just getting taken through the ringer. But I'm excited to let you guys know who it is. As soon as the box come in, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and shoot an unboxing video and a big giant shout out and thank you, and then hopefully hang up some more sponsor banners over here because I'm pretty excited about that. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it or not on here, but Granatelli, they make performance parts as well. They make all kinds of LS, LT applications, all those sorts of things. They jumped in, got involved, and they're supplying a 4-inch cutout for the exhaust on this thing. So I knew I wanted to do an exhaust cutout. We reached out to Granatelli. They're like, yeah, no problem. So that should be here pretty soon. I believe my buddy Brett actually has that. I think he picked it up or something today. But as soon as that comes in, same thing. We will check that out. So I'm hoping this weekend we got a multitude of things to do. Although they were saying like it needs to be a certain distance away from the turbos, which I don't have a lot of distance. So we're just going to use it and run it. And if it dies, then it's probably operator error's fault and not the piece itself. But we'll try it. We'll just experiment and say, well, yeah, you definitely got to put it further back than that because otherwise it won't work anymore, right? So, yeah. So other than that, we got a couple more sponsors on board, and that's pretty much it. I was just keeping the last two. Like Granatelli, I hadn't really heard back from them. And then the last one that is going to show up, I've known that these guys were on board, but I didn't have parts in hand. So that way I don't look like a complete idiot like I was talked about. And I'd rather say I have exciting stuff and then tell you that it didn't happen versus I blab my mouth and then nothing happens and then I have to explain why nothing happened. So very excited about that. Got a lot of work going this weekend on the Twinnebago. We have tons to do. So I have to refer to the list. We got some stuff to check off though. The drive shaft thing, that's huge. The motor thing is I don't want to say it's a setback. It's exciting, but now I'm back to motor building instead of just assembly, which is like, ugh. Granted, we still got a bit of time. It doesn't take too long. If I can move that thing through the machine shop, that is my only hiccup. So I guess we will talk to the guys over there. If I can get it through quick enough, awesome. And if not, then plan B with that is we are going to Ellis Fest West with this bad boy for the debut. I don't think 100% of all the stuff is going to function. I have minimal stuff that I need to work. Like I would like the water to work. I would like, at least a generator that we can power lights. And I'd like to be a step above camping with it. But as far as all the other amenities, stove and all that stuff, I don't know if that's going to be 100%. But that leaves me to Ellis Fest East. So Ellis Fest East isn't until September. So if I can get my happy ass over here, make some passes with the boom, hopefully maybe get thrown out. Oh, speaking of that, I got injectors too. So we got new injectors for the Malibu, so those 80s will go in there too. So another thing I check off the list. Anyway, see if we can go a little quicker in the Malibu and take this thing up there, debut it, have some fun with it. When I bring it back home, whatever didn't get 100% buttoned up, we're going to have to 100% button it up because what I would like to do is I would really, really like to make sure that thing can tow. So it's not going to tow to Vegas, but if I can get it to tow to Kentucky, which is a tall order, I'd like to strap the Malibu behind that thing and take it all the way to LS Fest East. If I can't strap the Malibu behind and it just ends up being like too much because the thing is just what it is, then we'll strap the Malibu behind my truck, and we will drive the truck and the freaking Twinnebago all the way to Kentucky. So if you were back east, you're watching this, you follow me along, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys out there. That is the plan. Everybody that's on board is, kind of backing me and hoping that I'm going to make it out that far. And I figured, saving me parts in money, my job is to get exposure for that thing and for the people that are involved with it. So what's a better way to do that than a cross-country trip and probably breaking down and talking to everybody and their mother and trying to explain why I'm such an idiot and I tried to drive a twin-turbo Winnebago all the way across the country and then all the way back home. So should be fun, but first things first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got to make it to Vegas and back, which is just going to be the testing ground between driving around here, getting it to go there, getting it to come home. If we got to work out any bugs, we will be good to go. Then I have a few months at least to revamp and make sure everything is 100. And then me and a couple idiot buddies, I think, are going to get in that thing, and we're going to roll that all the way to Kentucky. So if you were back east, I'm looking forward to the road trip. I'm sure it'll be miserable at some point, especially with me and like one or two other dudes. It's kind of weird. I think I'm going to fly the family out and not subject my child and wife to riding in a Winnebago to Kentucky. But I'd like to see you guys there. I'd like to meet some of you guys. I know there's a lot of guys that maybe you don't venture over to the West Coast. Well, I'm going to be in your neck of the woods hopefully come September. So that is the plan for all that. I'll keep you guys posted. But I wanted to break that news here too, because once you say it on the internet, it's the truth. And then you got to go through with it, right? So that's it. If you guys have any questions on anything, got all the hot side stuff welded up. You saw the other video. My buddy Brett dropped that really cool video that you saw. I don't know if you saw it last week on the Twinnebago because he got some like fancy camera action. So we are doing good. The clock is ticking. And I got to go check stuff off my list. I got to go check the list. Actually, I want to look at the list. I'm going to wait till tomorrow to look at the list because that list is getting long and it's stressing me out. I'm out of here.